It said Hangouts on here.
Okay, then it's the first time I can join properly. How are you?
¿Dónde está? ¿En Madrid?
En Madrid, sí.
Hay sol.
Hay sol, sí, un montón.
¿Es un cuadro o es
No, no, que va, es la calle.
Ah, es la calle, vale.
Sí.
En Barcelona hay nubes, todo gris.
¿Pero vas a Barcelona tú estos días?
Yo vivo en Barcelona.
Ah, que vives en Barcelona.
Sí.
Ah, qué suerte. Joder. Pensaba que vivías en Londres, no sé por qué.
Trabajo cerca de Oxford, sí.
Vale.
Cada semana voy. Pero no me gustaba vivir ahí.
Ya, bueno, lo imagino. Viviendo al lado de la playa, lo puedo imaginar.
Exacto.
Hi, yes, Jessica.
Hi.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi,
Fine.
Jessica.
Yeah, I like to say well, but actually I'm not very well.
Why?
Cough, throat ache.
Okay.
All this kind of spring stuff.
Yeah, I imagine.
So I'm here. Jessica is here. Imma, Anna, Antisham. Franz says she will not join. David apparently will not join. Sophie was unwell, I think.
Yes.
So are we waiting anyone? Are we waiting for Sophie or are we all?
I think Sophie is sick, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. But
Hello? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I think Sophie, Dave, and Franzi are not going to make it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Also David, I think, will not join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I try to mute as much as possible, but I have lots of cough, so sometimes I will cough.
No problem.
It's fine, it's not contagious.
I think we've lost him. He's actually jumped off the call. Oh, he's back now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't know why my laptop is using the back camera and I can't. Better. I don't know. So I'll introduce you to my keyboard. You may think that. You may think that I'm a piano player, but I'm
in
not.
the car.
Sorry, Sham, I didn't hear you.
I was going to say to you, play a tune for us because I'm in the car, so I need some entertainment.
Okay. Actually, I have just for playing. I'm not a player, honestly.
Okay. So he says, yeah.
Good. So are we waiting for somebody else, actually?
I don't think so. I think this is it.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless anybody can think of anyone else that needs to join. Franzi, Sophie, and David. Excellent. I recognize that tune.
Yeah, I'm trying. There's on YouTube there are videos where they teach you where to put the hands,
Right.
and that's what I do. Every week, every month, I try to learn a new tune.
Brilliant. Right. Okay. So shall we just kind of recap on what the purpose of the call is? I'm actually driving at the moment, so I don't know if anyone's got access to the actual the information sort of for the call today. The purpose behind it.
Yes, I don't know. So, are you talking about some information that some of us sent, or directly from the campus?
from the campus, if we maybe recap on what exactly is the purpose of the call. If I remember, it's to do with the analytics, the segmentation, and what have you. I know Imma's produced a really good sort of chart which we could discuss. So if someone's got that, would just be a good reminder.
Yeah, also, was in week 1, was your analytic frameworks in week 1, I think.
Yes, that was, yes.
And so now it's time to put everything you've learned from your pre-class activities and the live class into practice. For this activity, we want you to follow Avinash guidelines to create a digital marketing and measurement model for Essence Tours, which is the website. Have you all accessed the website?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we probably all had a look.
Yeah. So travel company that they've created for this purpose. Then we'd like you to apply the first 3 steps of the lean analytics cycle to 1 KPIs that you have chosen. We'd like you to meet up again with your group from Module 2 for around 30 minutes via Google Hangout to decide on the following recommendation to make for Essence Tours. So digital marketing measurement model is 1 objective. So what they ask us to do is 1 objective, 3 goals, obviously to support the objective, 1 KPI for each goal, 1 target for each KPI, 1 segment for each KPI, source of data for analysis. And then in the lean analytics cycles, which usually is composed by 4 items, in this case, they ask us to answer to 3 of the questions, which are choose 1 KPI from the above, actually 2 questions. What is your hypothesis and what test will you choose? So basically there is a website we need to analyze, create a DMMM, and answer the 2 questions for the lean analytics cycle. And now I'm sure I'll say it wrong. Is Imma or Jessica that created the analytic framework?
It's me.
Imma, yeah.
Imma,
Yeah.
sorry, Imma. So Imma have created and shared the analytic framework where there is the objective, 3 goals, 3 KPIs, 3 target, and 3 segment. So what I would suggest, if you agree, is that if I'm not being too quick coming up to this point, and if there is no anyone that needs any further explanation of what needs to be done, I would suggest perhaps Imma could take us through what she's done. I certainly have some question around segment. It is an area that I don't grasp quite well, but you know, at the end, if anyone has question, we can do it this way.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You have access to the Google Docs, but because it's also there's a link in the comment section in the exercise. If you click on comments, you will see the link to the Google Docs.
Where is that link? Sorry.
This is the comment section on the exercise. View, edit, comments, history, map, and files. Can you see the comment one?
I need to check. Is it in week 1, you said?
Yeah, it's week 1, the post-class activities, your analytics framework.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there I see.
And then it's the chart. And in the comment section, you'll see the link
Okay.
to the Google Doc.
I have shared the link via the chat.
Oh, okay.
So everyone has the link on the right side of the screen.
Ah, perfect. Great. Thanks a lot.
Brilliant.
Okay, so the exercise is on the Essence Tour, the website they built on purpose for this thing. So if we have to identify one objective, choose like the business objective to be they sell tailor-made travel packages, and also do planning for larger groups, as I saw somewhere in the About Us section. So it's taken from there. And then the next stage was to choose 3 goals to support the objective. Those 3 goals could be filling the contact forms, the brochure downloads, and tell a friend, because they also have this button to capture leads from other people, like tell a friend, submit their email, blah, blah. And I also included 2 other proposals, which could be connecting social media or sign-ups, but I did not develop that exercise, just with those 3 goals. So for goal 1, fill in the contact form, the KPI would be the number of forms received. And then the target, since we do not have data and figures on what they are actually doing now, I feel more comfortable working with rates. So the target would be increased 20% after year end. And then for segments, I think it could be a good idea because, you know, when you send forms and contact forms, that's very different to do on a desktop or a mobile form. So I don't think that their mobile form is really friendly. So it would be a good thing to measure how many of those contacts, those forms are filled in desktop or mobile versions. In goal 2, for the brochure downloads, then the KPI would be the number of downloads, and the same. The target, as we do not have previous numbers, then increase, I thought that 30% would be okay. I don't know what you think, but increase 30% at year end. And then the segment, something which is very interesting for them as a business, is to know in which place, which is the destination, the favorite destination of the users in that web page. And for goal 3, then is to tell a friend when they capture leads. The KPI would be the number of valid leads collected. And the target, again, is just, you know, something I just made up, increase to 10% at year end. And then the segment here, I would say that's unique emails, because I'm sure that they do have a lot of invalid leads and duplicated emails. And they would be, I mean, something that you should be certain, like to have a number of your prospects and potentials, not to, you know, make bad business decisions. And if you have duplicated leads, duplicated emails, that's not good for business and for marketing decisions. So that's the 3 segments I proposed.
Very good, Emma, and thanks for doing all this work for everyone
really
else.
Great.
I would have, as maybe everyone is expecting, some questions. Clearly the objective is something that, you know, I understand and I agree. However, my question would be, and I know that you and Jessica and Shem, they have lots of experience around digital marketing, so perhaps you are the right people to ask this question. Is was there any further information about this web? So I'm thinking about the previous example from the Google guru, Shimvashish, I can't remember the name.
Avinash Kaushik.
Yeah, exactly. I would never be able to pronounce it. But that guy, he was mentioning like his business objective to align offline and online goals. So, is there anything that goes that way we need to think about for this exercise, or is it pure e-commerce business?
So, just Daniel, are you saying are we including offline data? Can we include offline data within this, or?
Yeah, so that is a very, I think it's a much more intelligent way of saying it. I was just trying to challenge, not for the sake of challenging, but just for the sake of making a challenge, is it obviously the website have a purpose which is to sell stuff, but perhaps you have also other business objectives, like it could be raise awareness or create valid lead. So what I've not been able to understand from that website is, and the information the campus gave us, is is if the only information we have is that business exists only as a web page, and therefore perhaps sell for the website is a business objective, or if there are more information around the campus, which I haven't found, but sometimes I miss things, so that's why I ask. If there are more that we should know, that perhaps is helpful to challenge this business objective and make other business objectives.
I really think it's focused on the online part, but I'm not 100% sure either.
Yeah, me too. And if you go to the contact section, it's just fill out forms and things, and social media. They don't, you know, give any other information on how to contact them if it's not by web or these type of forms.
So is there a physical address? Is there a telephone number? Are they right? Okay. What about a telephone number? Is there all online? Okay. So then definitely that's geared towards purely online then, because otherwise we could include sort of offline data like phone calls. We could include form. You know, if people are walking into, let's say if it was like a traditional sort of a tourist office, a travel agent, let's say, we may have other factors to include. So it looks like this is purely online.
Yeah, it says fill out the form below and we'll be in touch.
With all of the different ways in which
include the Facebook and Google Plus account. I don't think there's other ways of contacting these people.
So what we've got there as a framework is pretty conclusive. It's pretty comprehensive to cover any sort of eventuality, especially if there's no phone calls and address information. The figures are, you know, we sort of make up the figures, don't we? In a way, we just take a guess as to where we think the data should be, and that's really all that we can do at this stage. But I loved how you put that together, Imma. I think you know, what was really good about that was at the very top.
Thank you.
At the very top of it, the objective, and was the actual overall business objective, and then it was kind of the way it was broken down into subsections. I thought was really good and very visually kind of you know, appealing as well. So quite to clients. So very good.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, the other thing, just to clarify as well, guys, and this kind of threw me a little bit. You know where it says segment? As I understand, segment is directly linked to that is terminology taken directly from Google Analytics. So, am I right in that assumption?
Yep. Yeah. I think so. I mean, I took it as well. I was checking also Google segments, the ones that were already, you know, they come with they are in Google Analytics when you just enter the page, and then you can make up another. So I just worked with those things.
Yeah. No, that was good. I think in total there's around 20 or so segments that Google have. So I think as long as we've got a good variety, I think we've got a good variety there. Then I think we've sort of well, that exercise is complete as far as I'm concerned. Not really any more, unless anyone else can add anything that needs to be measured. You know, yes. I think that's a pretty good job.
Guess who? Guess who? Guess who, Sean? So
go on, carry on.
The other thing, if we go down to goals, if the business objective is to sell travel packages, are we all completely happy that so basically this could be like a strategy which lots of companies use like a pyramid, no? They do some exercise at the bottom, and then because they do this exercise, they expect some outcomes that will help achieving the business objective. So if we look at the goals, I do see that, yes, there's lots of value there that perhaps get converted into sales, but there is not really nothing that tells me that if I have a certain number of brochure download, or if I have a certain number of filling contact forms or share on social media, I will actually have sold a certain number of travel packages.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
good point. It's a good point. I mean, the thing is, we could maybe hypothesize and say, well, actually, you know, a 10% of brochure downloads result in a conversion. So we could maybe bolt on something like that, some sort of hypothesis based on previous data. But you know, I don't know if that's there. It probably isn't there within analytics. I think it's very advanced, but it probably isn't there within analytics, I would imagine. It's probably not linked. So it's probably got the number of downloads, but it doesn't have downloads to calls or downloads to jobs or work, physical bookings. But maybe, can we add that, maybe as a suggestion to say, that's how maybe we could improve the data, because I think this is what this exercise is all about, and maybe how to structure it, how do we present that data.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea actually, because I also agree that definitely we somehow, if our really business objective is to sell, that we somehow would need to assume a conversion rate or something in order to really link then the sales to the activities, if that somehow is possible.
Sorry, I think I lost you there.
Yeah, so I think
I can see in the analytics, in the Google Analytics for that website, that there are some conversion rates, but I don't know from what they came from, like if they downloaded something or if they just registered. It says conversions 225 in the period of the 5th of March to 4th of April, like in a month.
Virtual agents. Where is it? Here.
How many babies could they got? 3.
Sorry guys, I dropped out on the last 2 minutes. Did I miss anything?
No, we're just talking about they are apparently talking about conversion rates, and apparently there is an analytic that says that conversion rates, but I think we're not really sure what that means.
Okay. Yeah. Could we check the could we check in the admin panel how they set that up? Would that be worth looking at?
Where, sorry?
See.
So if you go into admin, if you go into the admin area and you go to goals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No event.
You should see it tagged up either as like contact page, sales, however it's been defined.
I'm just having a look at those goals now, and the goal number 1 is Africa inquiry, goal number 2 is Asia inquiry, Baltic inquiry, and then the goal number 4 is create an account, goal number 5 sign up newsletter, goal number 6 tell a friend, goal number 7 bespoke, and goal number 8 is sign up competition.
Oh wow, that's pretty
It also says, it also says the conversion rate the past 7 days. Yeah,
Okay. So that's quite comprehensive. So I mean, we could take this a lot deeper, I guess, in terms of the goals. I mean, we could break down the goals by region in that case. So that could be one way to go, and then set goals specifically by region.
Yeah, and that will work because the segment is still the country of the user's interest. I mean, the favorite destination. So.
Yeah. So we've got that as a segment. We should essentially be able to see that data anyway, in terms of conversions. But then I don't know how it works. I mean, I imagine if you did it by country, then would it not just look at where the users come from? So let's say if you're based in the UK, you're using a travel agent, then when you do that segment for at country level, then surely that's just going to be that's going to just say everyone's from the UK or everyone's from wherever this website is based. I believe it's UK company. So maybe there should be another segment, another a goal, which is trying to build the individual locations, trying to build up their the conversion rates. But that's if we want to take it to that level, I guess.
So should we rework it then according to that data, Emma?
Sorry, I can't hardly hear you.
Shall we rework your platform according
Yeah,
to
sure.
that?
Yeah. Feel free.
Guys, I think what we've got there, what you created there, Emma, I think is going to be sufficient, really, for the purposes of this exercise. Obviously, we've had a discussion around how much more detail we can go into, but I think the principle, I guess, we've got now as a group. I would hope that everyone sort of sees the benefit of that model. Yeah. So if that's the case, then I think that's job done, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, you still have to include the what to improve and what's your hypothesis and all that part. It's not done.
Okay. So what to improve? So I think what we could put in there is a couple of suggestions, like you know, can we include some offline factors? So that might be one way to improve. So maybe they're just focusing on digital, and like Manuel said, you know, there might be other factors. So maybe offline factors, whereby you know, I don't know, maybe promotional codes. It could be printed marketing, using that data and incorporating that within this website, within this analytics setup. So that could be certainly something to improve. Also, can you see transaction values? So you know under conversion, does it give you the value of the conversion, or does it just give you a number?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing
there. So that's something. Okay, we could improve that. We could actually. Section. Cool. So maybe that could be a suggestion that if there is an e-commerce element to the website, great. Let's port that data into analytics. Let's show that data. But even if it's not e-commerce, then we should be able to make a suggestion to improve the whole setup by using that data. If it's offline, if it's coming through a CRM system, that data eventually feeds into. So I
guess it is an e-commerce because you have prices for your destinations. I now see in Africa and Kenya and Swahili Coast in South Africa, and it's 5,999. So it is, I guess, an e-commerce.
So, but is that data? Do you know if that data is kind of is it pulling in accurate information? I guess that's the question.
No.
If it's not, then that could be a recommendation to pull in information that is the actual transaction value rather than maybe a just a figure to say, well, a conversion is worth $100, for example. So that's, I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff here, but that these are just some ways I guess we could improve. Anything else from an improvement point of view, guys?
But I had this impression. So I want to say a couple of things. One, I think that if you look at the timelines of the campus, I think when we were asked to do this exercise, we were not given the possibility to look at the analytics of the website. So basically, we should make only a lot of assumption by simply looking at the website. Yeah,
that's a fair point. Yeah,
and
for the purpose of the exercise.
Yeah, exactly. My first impression is that obviously if I'm the owner of this business and it's online and my objective is to sell stuff to make a profit, I hardly find a button where as a customer can buy something in this page.
Okay, so that could be improvement. Yeah, absolutely, that could be improvement to the way the accuracy of the data, the performance of the campaign. Yeah. And are we logging this anywhere in terms of like does this have to be entered into the forum?
Yep. You have to edit this chart and include it. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe at the bottom of what you've got there, if we just make a note of some of these suggestions, then we've got that covered. So the first aspect was improvement, right? So we've got a couple of points there that we can include. Anything else from anybody?
I think that's fine. Okay.
So, and what was the second aspect of this, Emmanuel? I think you've got the data there. You've got the original information there. Do you know what the second requirement was?
What is the hypothesis?
Yes. The hypothesis and the test that we are going to do.
The hypothesis and the test. The hypothesis on what? To establish. Does it say hypothesis on what?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're perfectly right. It's not that straightforward, but I think
it says choose one KPI from above, and then it says what is your hypothesis and what test will you do?
I'm assuming hypothesis means that we maybe we as a plan we further segment. Maybe we can say that we would segment this by location possibly, because we've got goals set up individually for each destination. That we would do a test and maybe do some work on the web page, on the landing page, and then see how that feeds into the performance from an analytics perspective. So maybe where we've got poor performing locations, we basically we propose that we move up the button which says buy now, or we change the image that's on the landing page.
Yeah.
And we
do
then
some A/B testing.
Yeah, that's it. I think that would be a way to hypothesize, and we will ultimately test it within analytics. So I'll go something like that. What else you could hypothesize, really?
So yeah, so I was sorry, I was reading again in the campus, and now I understand. I think I understand it a bit better. Is what we are asked to, what we've been asked to do in the lean analytics cycle exercise is to choose a KPI from the KPIs that IMMA have created, and hypothesize what can be done better there, or perhaps make an hypothesis that there is a challenge, and that we think that the challenge is because I don't know, the button is not visible, and then we want to change, and the test that we are going to do is we put is an A/B test. We have a landing page with the button in the middle and a landing page with the button on the left, and we look at what something like that. I think.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good test.
That was it, I think, wasn't it?
Pardon?
Is there one last thing? No, but no, I think that's it. Yeah. It's just reading.
That should be it, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So you know this this Google Doc does this need to be submitted to them, or how do we? Is that stored somewhere in the campus?
Yeah, it's in the campus week 1 after in the post-class activities, your analytics framework. There is one of these things that campus call a wiki, and yes, you need to click on edit and copy and paste that framework that IMMA has created and complete also the lean analytics cycle with what we just say now.
Great.
So everybody needs to do that? Do you know?
No, it's just one.
No, yeah.
I think it's a group. I believe it's a group thing, isn't it? Because that's the whole purpose of getting us all together.
Let me just
to then come up with all,
easily, and we'll see.
So it says once you have agreed on your recommendations as a group, we then like you to add them to the wiki. So as English is not my first, not even second language.
I just saved the objective. Can you see that? Just copy and paste it. The objective, sell tailor-made travel packages planning. Can you see that?
Are
Yes.
you on Google Sheets? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nope.
No. So perhaps is that we need to agree as a group, and then everyone has to do it.
No, because now it says someone is editing this page right now. Try to edit in a few minutes.
Ah, okay.
So maybe it's because of that.
It's me then. Sorry.
That's
Yeah. So yeah, we should be able to just submit this with the extra stuff that we've just discussed today. Then I assume that that would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
And we're not being scored on this, I think.
No, and you know what?
Yeah, we're not.
I have the green tick on the right of your analytics framework, despite the fact that actually I haven't changed anything in this wiki. So perhaps it's a group thing.
Yeah, I think it's a group thing. So I think INMA's got us off to a very, very good start with this, and with the extra bits of information that we've sort of put together today, I think that comprehensively should deal with that side of things.
Perfect. Did somebody take minutes or something actually on what we discussed?
It's recorded.
Ah, it's recorded. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Very good answer.
The extra sort of information. So maybe we just put that onto the onto the Google sheet, because obviously the other guys may have some things to add as well once they've listened to this call. So if we can maybe log the points that we've come up with today on that sheet, and then they're probably listening to this now. If they want to add something to that, then they can. And then I believe when do we have to upload this by? What's the timeline?
Let's say.
No, it doesn't say, but I believe it's better to do it before tomorrow. So perhaps if tomorrow they will talk about it, we have it and we can
in class,
read it.
Yeah. So if we can, I don't know who's in the spreadsheet at the moment, but if one of us can actually, I'm actually just in the car at the moment, but if we can log what we've come up with in terms of ideas, and then the other guys can then maybe have a go themselves. They might want to make changes to it, and then we just upload it.
Yep, good idea. Is somebody in the document right now? Can somebody open it? Let me quickly open it. I tried to open it again. I had a few issues before.
So on the document, I guess we just need to add somewhere. Okay, this is the hypothesis. This is how we're going to test it. Here's how we could improve it.
Yeah, I just opened it. So I just put it below the table. So improve it. Okay. Can you give me the points just quickly again? I can write them down.
So improvement was going to be. I might have to listen. I might have to listen back to this call now to remember what I said or what we said.
The e-commerce thing, what's it?
Was it e-commerce? Yes, that's it. That's it. So e-commerce. Yeah, it was to say the improvement could be to make to have more accurate reporting in terms of transaction values feeding into analytics. That's one improvement.
Yeah. Okay.
The second improvement was to include elements of offline into analytics, because you can obviously do that now.
So like
encouraging that.
Advertisement or something. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Print advertising. It could be footfall. It could be phone calls. Could be something else. That would be included. An improvement to the overall campaign. We could actually add, maybe worth adding, to add a phone number to the website for those people who maybe are a little bit more, they want to talk to somebody before they make a decision, and maybe bouncing as a result of not having a telephone number there. So that could be another improvement that we could suggest.
Didn't we say to have also a bigger buy button or something like that?
Yeah, so that would then come on to, so the next bit is then hypothesis and test. So maybe for that section we say, well, the hypothesis is that we could improve conversions by doing A/B testing. Some suggestions could be button size, image type.
Image type. What was the button size, image type? What else did you say?
The image size. So how much of the page does the image take up?
Yeah, perfect.
It could be telephone number. So maybe we focus on the hypothesis. We focus on the landing page experience, and we say, look, okay, well, we think that we can improve conversions by 15% by fine-tuning landing pages. The test would be to measure sales performance through conversions already set up by location, and then maybe and I think that to keep it simple, we just go with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
There's lots more stuff we can do. So that covers improvements.
Especially on mobile, not very. Images take ages for loading, and a lot of things that can be done, I'm sure, in mobile.
Sorry, could you just
that's a good suggestion, Emma.
Sorry?
I just trying to keep up writing. Sorry. For test, could you quickly repeat again?
I was just checking now the mobile page, and I think there's things to do with the mobile page. One of the things that takes long to load is the images.
Yeah.
So I think we can do something about that.
But that would be improvement, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be. I mean, the hypothesis would be, the load time for the images, and change this to see if if it's not that they are not that heavy, their load time is better, and that improves, you know, at least bounces or conversion.
Yeah. Okay, have it. And then the test. What did we say for the test now again?
A/B
It's like-
testing.
Conversion, I guess it would be simple. It would just be conversion volume, conversion numbers, and revenue.
Yeah. And revenue testing, or it's actually it would be A/B testing, right? It would be A/B testing to see how conversion numbers and revenue evolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definite.
We say Google Content Experiments. That is the tool of analytics.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I upload this document somehow then to the? Can we upload it to the course module, or I just send the link to you guys around? Or I can put the link again in the. I don't need to put the link because it's anyhow the same link, right? So
Yeah. So maybe we let the guys that haven't listened to the call today, are not on the call today, let them listen to it whenever they can. Then maybe we leave it in the Google Docs state, and then maybe tomorrow, maybe before the call or after the call, we upload it to the wiki as a manual. I'm not seeing where the wiki is. I assume it's just a blank space where you can just copy and paste stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
So if that's the case, then we just move it on to that, and then that's done, I hope.
Perfect. Good. I think that's it.
Excellent. Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Good.
Then, guys,
Good. Well done, guys.
have a nice
Thanks
evening.
everyone, particularly Emma for having done all the pre-work.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks, Emma.
Emma's definitely saved us a lot of time here. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thanks
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Take care. See ya. Bye.